Okay, we are recording. I'm recording. It's going to be getting dark pretty quickly here, and I can already see Venus, I believe, up in the sky. Let's see. It's a little harder to see like this than in twilight. I'll leave it in twilight for now, but this is the third time I've tried to record myself meditating before we look and see if we have any orbs tonight. The last two nights, the weather said it was supposed to be clear, but then when I checked tonight, it was supposed to be cloudy, but at least the weather for the next week says it should be clear, so we should be getting some good orb footage from our friends in the sky. But I'm going to begin my meditation. Last night when I had my friends over, last night was Thanksgiving. I hope you all had a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving. You know, we had a little turkey and corn on the cob, mashed potatoes, homemade mashed potatoes, all the works and goods, yum yums. But last night we tried the CE5 method, which is Dr. Stephen Greer's method, where he plays tones and then he has a meditation that he goes through. And I happened to fall asleep through the meditation, but when we were playing the tones, I set up the REM pod there and the cat ball motion detector, and it started going crazy. Like, so I don't know what was happening, but also the REM pod battery died, and that's a first time. I've hardly ever used it, but I have it on tonight just in case, because sometimes we get interactions down up close. So I'm going to begin now with my meditation. And when you're doing the gateway experience, there's basically 4 steps that you need to master. And you usually start with, wave 1 through up to wave 8. And wave 1, they teach you to focus on focus 10, which is, I believe it's mind awake, body asleep. So it's all about relaxing your body, but keeping yourself conscious and keeping your your awareness open, but also to make sure you clear any thoughts from your head, just to be aware of existing. And so that's what I start with. The next important step is basically locking all of your negative thoughts, any negative aspects to your personality in a box mentally and leaving them in there. I like to imagine that I'm in the Serapeum, where they buried those. They have these huge granite boxes where they say that they buried Apis bulls in them, but they've never ever found the mummified Apis bull. They're just empty. They're just these giant granite boxes that what's interesting is that there's no way they could have built those boxes and then moved them into the Serapeum. They were built inside the Serapeum. So that's a very interesting, and they've been doing measurements, and these things are to the microns. They're accurate to the microns. And that's something that can only be done with machines in today's day and age. And even then, it would be very difficult or accomplish. So I imagine that I put all my negativity in a box. Anything like doubts, fears, insecurities, anger, my impatience. Those are kind of my shortcomings. And I lock them in that granite box. And you, everybody can do it their own way. I'm showing you the way that I meditate, but everyone has their own personal way of meditating and connecting to yourself and connecting to basically the universe. The universe is one big consciousness, and we are all just part of that. So that's the second step. Third step is resonant tuning, which is really important. You have headphones and they play binaural beats to help sync both hemispheres of your brain. And during that point, I will be humming along with it. And I also use my singing bowl, because the singing bowl resonance that it's tuned to, it's a very positive and transcendent, I guess, experience. So so that's the third step. Let's see, the fourth step is words of affirmation. And I follow along with the HemiSync, the Monroe Institute words of affirmation, but I also have my own words of affirmation that I've personally developed just for myself. So I will be saying both of those words of affirmation. And then, so that's all four, those are 4 steps. And then I believe after that, the last most important step, the 5th step, is the Reball. And that's where you imagine basically like the Earth's magnetic field, you have a field going up through your chakras, coming out your crown chakra and going around and spinning and going up through your legs and up through your root chakra, up through your crown chakra, just over and over again. And you want to envision that expanding further and further and further, because as you expand it further and further and further, it allows you to connect more and more with the natural reball of the universe or the multiverse or different dimensions. And so that's kind of it. I kind of imagine it or see it as a way of connecting to the our higher selves, but also the one consciousness and energy that permeates all of existence and all dimensions, like dimensions above us and below us. As above, so below. You'll hear that a lot from Hermetic teachings, Hermetic philosophy, which is very old, created by Hermes Trismegistus, and as the Egyptians known as Thoth, or Thoth, where you get the word thought. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and basically I'm going to go ahead and show you and basically give you an idea of how I do my meditation, and then we will see. Hopefully these clouds will clear up. I'm praying, please clouds, be free tonight, and please bless us with some wonderful experiences to share with everyone. And that's what I'm planning. After I go through those steps, I slowly go up basically through focus 15. So basically it starts with focus 10, body, sleep, mind, awake. Focus 12 is, I believe that's the Reball, where you expand your consciousness even further and further, because you can expand it as far as you like, because we are all one, we are all connected. And focus 15 is basically expanding your consciousness beyond time and space. And then it goes to focus 21, which is focus 21 is I'm sorry, it's been a minute. Let me think about it for a second. Focus 21 is called the bridge, and it's basically, they call it the bridge, but it's basically expanding your consciousness to a place where you can, and there's a bunch of different, like, I call them portals, even though it's a bridge, but you can basically go and expand your consciousness to any time, space, multiverse, dimension, and I like to expand my Reball through all of them. Focus 22 is basically a place where people are semi-conscious. A lot of people that take psychedelics, and they're awake, but they're also experiencing like reality in like an altered form. That is where focus 22 is. Focus 23 is when people are sleeping, so the dream world. And then focus 25 is a place where it's a safe place where you create your own sanctuary when you go through those steps. And I've already created my sanctuary. It's basically a 7-story rainbow prism each floor is based on the colors of the chakra inside of it's a rainbow crystal prism, or crystal dome inside of a crystal prism, and then there's 7 stories to the not prism, crystal pyramid. So crystal dome inside a crystal pyramid, and there's 7 stories each, and each represent the colors of the chakra. And at the top of that pyramid is a rotating, vibrating, spinning crystal of rainbow light that emits positive, radiant, unconditional love energy throughout the whole, realm, but throughout all of existence. And then through there, like, that's when I start coming into contact with like my guardians, my soul, higher entities. Like, they start communicating with me telepathically. And the first time I actually had that happen was in Focus 12, the Reball. So once you start expanding your consciousness, you will start coming into contact with other consciousnesses, possibly your own soul, your own higher self. So from there, there's a spiral staircase that goes up, and each floor is designated to different things like learning, music, communion, joy, unity. It's all about unity. We're here to learn to reunify with all of each other, because we are all one. So usually I'll say hi to everybody there and welcome everybody, and I always invite everyone to come in. Let's see, it's getting a little bit dark, so I want to make sure that I can see pretty good. Yeah, we'll leave it here because it's only going to get darker. The clouds are good, so a lot of times when okay, so then that's Focus 25. I have a spiral staircase of light that goes up through the 7 stories of the dome, the crystal dome, and through the 7 stories of the crystal pyramid, up through the spinning crystal at the top. I shoot myself up there into Focus 27. And in Focus 27 of the Gateway Experience, you have a guided tour. You have the entry director, which Robert Monroe calls Ed. You have planning and a place for orientation, a place for healing and rejuvenation, a place where you can commune with the inner earth and the absolute. So I believe that's all of them. Orientation, planning, yeah, I believe that's all of them. And also I believe there's a council there too. I usually pass through there and say hello. Sometimes I'll go into the healing and rejuvenation if I'm praying for some people. And then I like to go up, personally, I like to go up to Focus 33, because 33 is a very sacred number. And basically, heading up to Focus 33, all it is loving unconditional light. And that's where God, or all of us, exist. We all exist as one up there. And I head up to there and I kind of listen for a bit, just to like what they have to say. A lot of the times they're just saying encouraging things and to, continue to keep on my path. And then that's when I start making my prayer requests for individuals, like my family or people that ask for prayers, and they do respond. And then after that, that's when I end my meditation, and I'll start looking up the sky. Sometimes I'll see an orb just right above me, right when I finish. And that's also when in a lot of the videos you've seen where like I asked for a prayer request during my meditation, they'll flash. Like when I ask them about that prayer, they'll flash to give like a basically show that they heard or received that prayer. So I'm going to begin now. I know it's going to be a long video, but this is the 3rd time I've tried this. The first time, I believe the battery died. The second time, I didn't have my mic, so you couldn't even hear what I was saying. It was just me laying there, but now we are good to go. So let's begin. I like to get myself comfortable here. Always always make yourself as comfortable as you possibly can. That's the most important thing. And I do use crystals when I meditate, and like I said, my singing bowl. Because I start on focus 27, they kind of expect you to already like have knowledge of how, you know, of all the previous, of all the steps to get to that point. So what I do is I spend the first couple minutes before I even start the focus 27, and I usually get to about focus 15 or focus 21 without playing the oh, it's already set up. Let's see. So, and what I do is when I start, is I take 7 deep breaths, one for each chakra, to allow myself to cleanse each of my chakra and balance each of my chakras. And then I will take a deep breath, and I also like to start with locking my negativities and insecurities in the box right away too. So lock all those things in the box. And Ryan Bledsoe, he has a good idea of bringing the box with you in case you do have some sort of negative thought pop up in your head. You can just be like, oh hey, I can throw this in the box. So that's another, like I said, everybody has a different way of doing this. Like, you can take feel free to take some of my technique, or find what suits you. We are all the same, but we are all different at the same time. That's one of the dualities of this existence. So do what works for you, and take, maybe what works for someone else. If it works for you, or you can improve upon it, definitely do that. You're encouraged to do that. We are all creative beings for a purpose. So I'm about to start my meditation. First, I will start with breathing and relaxing. Breathing and relaxing. I will do my 7 breaths, and every time I breathe, I'm already working on expanding my toroidal field, my Reball. Like, that's all I do, is focus on expanding my Reball, which is one of the most important things you can do. Okay. All right. Yeah, so special tour, meeting with the entry director, educational opportunities, healing and regeneration center, planning center, coordinations area, inner earth, and the absolute. That's the wave 8 area. But I'm gonna focus on the absolute. Excuse me. I just got done being a little bit sick. The whole family was sick, but I do hold crystals in my hands. It's not necessary, but I feel like it assists me. It's about 5:20 p.m., November 29th, day after Thanksgiving. Get as comfortable as you can. And I'm going to start my meditation right now. And I'm going to be very quick about it, maybe 15-20 minutes, because it's getting dark, and before it gets too cloudy, I want to at least say hi to some of our friends up there. And I have some prayers for some people that I want to make also. So here we go. And I always say everything out loud because you can feel free to say your prayers or your meditations in your mind, but I like to say it out loud because I like the vibrations to spread even further throughout the universe. In my right hand, I'm holding a selenite, basically pointed east-west, and in my left hand, I'm holding a quartz organite with a flower of life symbol on it. It's got rose quartz, and then at the very top, it has a regular quartz, and I hold this one north-south with the flower of life facing north. That's just my ritual, I suppose. So I've taken my 7 breaths. I lock myself and all of my insecurities, my impatience, my ego, my anger, my lack of contentment, all things that are negative and everything that will hold me back inside the granite box in the Serapeum. I pull my light body out of my physical body and I face it and look at it and I smile. I kiss myself on the left cheek and on the right cheek and on the forehead. And I tell myself, I love you, I love you, I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and bless you, bless you, bless you. At that moment, I turn into a blazing ball of light shaped like a falcon and fly out of the Serapeum back in the land of Chem, so thousands upon thousands of years ago, when the Pyramid of Giza was newly built, and I fly on top of the Pyramid of Giza as a brilliant white falcon of light and energy. Did you take one? Oh, the P is here. And I sit upon the newly built Pyramid of Giza facing all 4 cardinal directions, because when you are a spirit, and anybody who's had an out-of-body experience, you can face and see much further and hear much further than you can. So I'm facing all 4 cardinal directions as I meditate on top of the Pyramid of Giza. And now I'll take a breath, expanding my toroidal field and Reball. Focus 10. I'm relaxing my body. Body asleep, mind awake. I'm relaxing all the muscles in my body. Okay, and now I will take another breath, expanding my toroidal field. Focus 12. And this is the Reball. And this is also the point where I first made telepathic contact with my higher self, my soul. And it is talking to me right now. Hello, how are you? Thank you. It's always encouraging. I love you, bless you. I'm going to continue ascending higher and higher and expanding my Reball further and further. Focus 15. I'm a light being beyond time and space. Continuing to expand my Reball and toroidal field as it spins faster and faster. Focus 21. I'm at the realm of the bridge, the realm of portals to all dimensions, spaces, and times and multiverses. I expand my consciousness through all portals. Focus 22. I'm in the realm of people who are partially one step in this reality, one step in another. Whether they're using medicines to get there or not. Sometimes I don't know if it's remote viewing, sometimes I get visions of people like tripping or meditating and stuff like that. I'm going to continue to expand my consciousness. Focus 23. I'm in the realm of dreams where people are asleep. Now, I do not enter people's dreams, but I get flashes and visions of people sleeping. Probably in Europe about now, like around the European area, and a little bit further east of that. Expanding further. Focus 25. I am in safe space inside my 7-story crystal dome, inside the 7-story crystal pyramid. Sunny, my soul, the person I call my higher self, is there. The mother is there, and the father. Basically my spiritual guardians, that's what I call them. They're encouraging me and welcoming me. I invite all beings of light and unconditional love, as above, so below, into my sanctuary to experience unity, communion, joy, laughter, singing, dancing, learning, and all matters of unification. And now I shall ascend the spiral staircase of light. Huh? Okay. I am much more than my physical body. It is my intent through these explorations beyond physical matter reality to contribute to the expansion of human consciousness and consciously experiencing and acquiring knowledge of realms beyond ordinary consciousness. I will work to bridge these realities. In so doing, I ask for help. To be open, allowing and calm, and perceiving clearly, responding appropriately, and carrying out my intent of service. I am truly grateful for this assistance. I set forth empowered by the energetic field of my fellow explorers and acknowledgement of our oneness in love. I am more than just a physical body. I am a light being of unconditional love, connected to the infinite light being of unconditional love. I call upon all light beings of unconditional love, as above, so below, as within, so without, to please bless me with wisdom, knowledge, guidance, protection, healing, manifestation, power, strength, resilience, and patience, so that I may be a conduit and amplifier of unconditional love and light to those around me and to all who exist. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Please bless us with a miracle tonight for Corey, for his healing, and for his financial situation. Please bless Pia with a miracle tonight for her healing. Please bless my grandma and my aunts with their physical health and their financial burdens. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bless you, bless you, bless you. I love you, I love you, I love you. And now we shall begin. Focus 33. And that is the demonstration of basically my meditation procedure and my prayer. Usually I will spend a lot longer in the prayer portion of it, but thank you for watching. This is Orbington Orbson, brought to you by KORB Earth, and I pray that you have many blessings as well, and maybe you can learn something from this, take from it which works for you, change it to what's best for you. A lot of the times, when I say my prayers, I actually say them 3 times each in respect for the Trinity and how sacred 3 is in our universe. But that was my demonstration of the meditation that we go through before we orb watch. And so far, the skies are clear, so we may be seeing some wonderful blessings in the skies tonight, and we'll see if they react to our prayers. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. Bless all of you. Oh, I can't even see. We're even all the way on night vision. All right. Thank you. Peace and love.